What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome to some Fortnite gameplay. This is actually some very special gameplay because this is the match where I got my first victory royale. I just happened to be recording because, I was trying to stockpile footage for another video that I'm working on. But I figured I would upload this for you guys because I've been playing this game like non-stop over the past few weeks, and I've been slowly but surely getting better and better at it. That being said, I'm still very much a noob at this game, and I'm sure that will be very apparent later on. Like, I know I'm landing Tilted Towers, which is a very aggressive spot to land, but I really only landed here because I wanted to practice my gunplay and building, not because I wanted to play super aggressively like a lot of the other players that land here tend to do. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way right now. The first half of this match might be a little bit slow. I don't pick up a lot of kills, and at some points I sort of just stay still and I guess you could say camping. Yeah, I know, camping in Fortnite, how lame. What am I, like a PUBG player? I mean, I do actually have a good reason for that though. I was very distracted during this match because my phone was going off non-stop. I may have mentioned this before, I'm not sure, but half of my family is in the process of moving, so I was texting back and forth with them, trying to facilitate details for movers and get other plans in place and stuff like that, while also playing this match of Fortnite. So yeah, it wasn't exactly my brightest idea, but I mean, somehow I guess it worked because I won the match, but it definitely could have been more interesting to watch. Also, I don't really have a good track record with Tilted Towers either. Like, when I land here, I'm usually dead within, like, the first, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes of the match. I don't usually, stick around for too long. But, since no one really came in this building, I figured, alright, everyone else is outside, they're having a ball, blasting each other to bits. I'm just gonna stay in here, loot, and, like, get as much as I possibly can before I decide to leave. I was hoping maybe I could get some shields or something. I actually did end up getting a pretty, decent starting layout. Green pump, pretty good pickup. Blue tack, not bad. Green AR, whatever. Not complaining. I believe I actually did record this the day, the C4 update came out, so I have those in my inventory, but I don't think I ever used them because I wasn't sure how to use them. So I see that guy, fire off a few shots and miss every single one of them. Don't pay attention to my potato aim, please. But it all worked out because there must have been someone else inside that building, since I heard a couple shotgun blasts and then all of a sudden nothing. So I'm assuming he got into a fight and took a dude out, which is good for me. It means I can just like sort of sneak in here real quick, pick up a cheeky kill, and then, yeah, he must have been like rearranging his inventory or something because he was not paying attention. Got like 3 shots off the shotty, take him out, and I'll grab that big shield pot now and just, use that to give myself some extra defense, which I'm feeling pretty good about right now. Also, he had some pretty good stuff like the burst AR. I really, really like the burst AR. I know a lot of people seem to pass on it, but I think it's a pretty underrated gun actually. And then even better, yeah, I find a blue burst AR, so gonna drop the gray for that just because obviously the blue is better. And at this point I'm feeling pretty good, but I do hear some shots here in Tilted still, so I'm like, alright, maybe we can find some extra shields, a med kit, something to make me feel a little bit safer. So I pop over here real quick and yeah, find myself a slurp juice. So I'm like, alright, cool, gonna pop that instantly. Because I'm already at 50 shields, I just use it to get the extra 25, since if I found any mini shields, they wouldn't really be able to fill me up to max. So the slurp juice, pretty nice, although I do waste like the healing aspect of it. Not a huge deal though. So again, I'm just like, alright, I don't think anyone's been over here. Let's see if I can loot anything else before I, gung-ho into the rest of Tilted. And I see a guy over here. I have no idea where this guy goes though. Like, he must have heard me open the door or something because this dude just disappeared. Like, I'm sneaking around trying to get the drop on him, but I have no idea where he could have gone. Like, he must have just like turned tail, ran in the complete other direction because yeah, he just disappeared. And at this point I'm like, alright, well, if he ran away, he obviously doesn't want to fight me, so he might be low on HP or not really have any good weapons or something like that. So I figure, screw it, I'm just going to go and continue to loot this building, see if I can find any extra shields or medis or whatever. I do hear a couple shots in the distance, so I'm like, maybe I can see a visual, but yeah, I think all the other buildings are like blocking my view, but at least I know I'm not alone in Tilted just yet. So I'm always trying to like keep my eyes peeled and listen for things, because volume is so important in Fortnite. Like, you want to make sure you have all your effects volumes as high as you possibly can, just so you can hear footsteps, you know, gunfire, all that stuff going on, so you're aware of kind of where it's happening. That way you can either run towards it or run away from it if you're a coward. Sometimes I do run away from it, though. I will admit, I'm not exactly the most confident in my ability in this game yet, but a lot of times I do play very aggressively and just sort of run towards danger, which gets me killed a lot in this game. But yeah, there was a chest over here, which is odd because you would have thought someone would have come by and loot that already, and it did contain a blue hunting rifle, and I'm not the greatest sniper in the world, but I really, really like the hunting rifle. It's got a pretty decently high fire rate in terms of like the snipers in this game. It doesn't have like a scope or anything, so you're kind of just like no scoping, aiming down the sights, hoping for the best, but I find that it does actually work pretty well. And I do end up getting a pretty nice shot with it later on in this video. Like, it saves my skin, so I have a newfound appreciation for the hunting rifle, and anytime I see one now, I tend to pick it up just because, you know what, if it saved my skin once, it can probably do it again. But now I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm like, alright, let's see what's left here in Tilted, and hopefully I can pick someone off. I see a guy over here building. I'm like, you know what, maybe... Nah, I can't get that shot, sadly, because he built those walls. And I think he did see me, because he fired off like a bullet or two in my direction, but nothing happened. And I happened to find like another chest, which didn't really contain anything good, just some material, which I did need. So I guess it was a pretty decent pickup. Like, that is one thing that I kind of dislike about landing in Tilted. And I guess this is my own fault, actually, because I didn't really gather a lot of materials, but I know that guy's like in his box over there, so I'm trying to like figure out what's the best way that I can approach this and maybe use my hunting rifle to get a quick kill. So I'm like, alright, you know what, let's build up to the roof, be as discreet as we possibly can, see if we can see anybody, and I'll fire off a shot or two and hope for the best. But I get up here and I don't really see anything, and also I'm kind of out of material, so I built 2 ramps in like the worst possible configuration ever. I don't know what I was thinking here. Like, I was like, yeah, this is gonna work perfectly. I should have built a wall and a ramp, not a ramp and a ramp, but whatever, man. Mistakes were made. This is just sort of what I had to deal with. So I was like, you know what? Let's just leave. I didn't see anybody in there anymore. They must have dropped out and just ran away. So yeah, it's time to go. I hate Tilted Towers anyways. I have a very bad track record with this area, so I'm like, you know what, if I have a chance to leave, I'm gonna try and leave and get out of here with the loot that I do have, because I'm pretty happy with my layout right now. You know, I would like maybe a couple more shields, but I'll take the band-aids in their place and just deal with that. I am hearing more shots though. I want to check this area just in case. It looks like someone's already been down here. Oh, actually, you know what, no, this is where I started getting a bunch of text messages from my family, so I think I probably end up like sitting in this room or around this area for like a minute or two while I'm just like replying to text messages. I move around occasionally because, you know, obviously my left hand's on WASD, my right hand's like looking at my phone texting, so I'm like, let me just keep moving, that way no one can, I guess, sneak up on me and get like free hits. But yeah, I'm mainly just like text messaging right now, and I do remember that in particular, that was the area where I was sending a text message. Alright, so I think at this point I'm probably done. Maybe not, it depends on like if I go back inside this building or not. But yeah, just looking around, trying to make sure no one else is up high, no easy shots that I can get, and nope, guess I wasn't done sending a text yet. So we're gonna go back here for a little bit so I can finish sending that text message. Oh man, it's so funny how this ended up being the gameplay that was my first victory. Like, I didn't even do anything. It kind of feels undeserved, but at the same time, later on, I do pick up a couple of kills and makes me feel pretty good about myself. But yeah, right now I'm just like, la-di-da-di-da, just gonna sit here and do literally nothing. Like I said, guys, the first half of this video, not the greatest gameplay, I will admit. I wish I was more aggressive and I wish I got more kills, but that's just sort of how it rolls. Alright, now I'm definitely done sending my text messages, so I'm like, anything down here? Maybe someone hiding out. I'll grab some more materials, because I do need some wood. Like, I have nothing on me right now, so I'm in a pretty bad spot, like, material-wise, but I do want to get out of Tilted, since I just do not trust myself there anymore. So we're going to leave and just maybe find some stragglers coming in from the storm, pick off some people. I don't really know at this point. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think I had a plan. I think my plan was just get away from Tilted, you know, and survive, because I'm pretty sure I even surprised myself at this point. Like, normally, like I said, when I land Tilted, I die in the first, like, 5 minutes. So the fact that I managed to get some good loot and get out of Tilted and picked up a single kill, pretty surprising. I mean, while I was doing that, though, obviously there's only 13 people left in the game, so I don't even know what happened. This was a pretty quick game, I guess. The other 87 people just dropped super quickly. But I mean, that's just how the game goes sometimes. So I think my plan at this point is just to sort of wait by the edge of the circle, or the storm rather, just because that's usually a good idea when you're low on materials and want to get some extra stuff. Like, I have no building materials right now, so I see buildings over there. I'm like, I'm not going to mess with that. Let's go to the edge of the circle, and maybe we'll get lucky and someone will come in from the storm and we can just, like, pick them off real quick, take their gear and mats, and then, you know, be on our way. Because, yeah, I'm, like, in dire need of materials right now, which is why I'm, like, just hanging out inside the gym, breaking whatever I can, trying to gather any extra ammo, materials that I can. There's only 11 people left right now, so I'm feeling pretty good, but also kind of apprehensive. I mean, obviously there was a fight or something here, since there's all these ramps and stuff. I think I do hear some shots to, like, the southeast or eastern area, so I pop out here real quick just to see if I can, like, see anything. But yeah, it looks like a ghost town, so I'm like, whatever, it's probably safe. I'm just gonna, like, move over here and see what else I can find. But I do hear the faint sound of, yeah, someone trying to gather some material. So I don't know what this guy was doing, but he was not paying attention. Take him out real quick, get myself a nice purple scar, some extra ammo, a med kit. I'm like, I'm gonna grab that, and thankfully that guy had some materials, so now I actually do have some stuff to build with, which was really nice of him to just, like, hand deliver that to me. So at this point, like, I have two things going through my mind. One, I somehow made it into top 10 by doing pretty much nothing the entire game. And two, the storm's gonna be closing in like 30 seconds, so might as well just stay here, gather up as many materials as I can, and then go and search for, like, more people, because, I mean, this has been a pretty strange game. I know I, like, wasted a lot of time in Tilted not really doing anything, but, I really only saw, like, 3 or 4 people. The 2 people that I killed, the one guy in Tilted that just, like, disappeared, and then, there was that one guy in the tower who, like, shot at me once. So, yeah, kind of a strange game of Fortnite. Usually you see a lot more people, fairly frequently, so I was like, huh, not really sure what to do in this scenario right now. Like, the storm even closed in, but I'm still well within the circle, so yeah, kind of puts me in a weird spot. Not really sure what to do, but I think at this point I was like, you know what? Screw it. There's got to be a gunfight somewhere that I can stumble upon, so I just sort of run out into, like, the center of the circle. Really bad idea, by the way. Like, if someone was good at sniping, I probably would have died instantly, but thankfully, yeah, nothing actually happened, and that really worried me. I was like, wait, why is no one shooting at me? Where are the other players? At this point, there's only 7 other people left, so I'm like, okay, I have a potential to maybe win this one. So let's play it a little bit more cautiously than I normally would. So I jump back into the soccer field. I like this area a lot because pretty well protected. There's a lot of visibility here as well. So I'm not too worried about people getting the drop on me here. I'm just trying to like listen for footsteps. I thought I heard something, but I guess I didn't. But I figure, you know what? I have these traps. Let's just like set these up near the entrances and exits. And like if someone's coming out from the storm, the trap will hit them, which obviously that would not even happen because the storm was like in the back of that area for a while there. So I don't think anyone was coming from that direction at all. But now storm's getting a little bit smaller. Only like the front part of my gym is going to be safe when it closes in. A little bit scary, but I'm like, all right, whatever. Now at least people should be coming towards me. Obviously, the likelihood of people coming from behind me is pretty low because there's more space towards like the northeast. So that's where most people should be. But I do notice there's a supply drop dropping in, and I'm like, huh. All right, well, that could be useful. You know, I know a lot of people die by getting baited to supply drops. So I'm like, maybe I could do something like that. I'm just going to watch this for a little bit, see if anyone tries to go for it, and maybe I can get like a cheeky snipe with my hunting rifle. At this point, I don't think I've ever actually used the hunting rifle before, so I didn't really know how good and or bad it might be, but I'm like, I trust this thing, so we're going to try it out. I do like sniping in this game. It actually feels really, really good. I'm pretty bad at sniping in like other games though, but in Fortnite, pretty decent at it, I would say. So yeah, I'm like, all right, perfect. It's on the hill. Sadly, I don't see like anyone going for it, so that kind of is a bummer. I'm like, all right, well, if no one's going for it, then maybe I should go for it, but I want to be extra, extra cautious, so take a little peek over here. You know, I'm hearing shots now at this point, so I'm like, maybe we'll just, you know, hold off on that for a little bit longer. Starting to get second thoughts. Like, I'll admit, this is like where I started playing like a wuss, even more so than I already was during this entire, like, gameplay. So yeah, you can call me a wuss and critique my Fortnite gameplay all you want. It's true. This isn't the greatest gameplay of all time, but trust me, it gets better in like a couple seconds. I do spot this guy and I'm like, oh, yeah. Missed my chance to take that shot. I was a little bit too slow, but now that I know there's at least one guy over there, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go the other way because that guy's going to draw everyone else's attention. There's only 4 other people left at this point. If there is any time to go in, it is now. So yeah, I see all these like buildings and forts over here and I'm like, oh, that's where everyone was this entire time. I should have came out here a little bit sooner. But I'm like, whatever, you know what? Let's just do it. You know, if there's a times I need to go in and oh no, someone's shooting me now. What do I do? I'm like, oh crap. Where did that shot come from? I think it came from the north. I'm not really too sure. I'm just gonna like build up and try and protect myself. Then this guy over here in the southwest shoots at me. I get the luckiest snipe of all time with the hunting rifle. Like, I'll admit, that was like probably 90% luck, but I saw his head and I clicked his head and now he's dead. So I was pretty amped the second I got that snipe because that literally saved my life. Like, I was about to die to his stupid minigun when I got that snipe. You know, he was so mad. Thankfully he did have like 2 med packs, so I took those. I see this guy firing off his rockets over here. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good. Let's try and snipe this guy. But this just proves that the other shot was luck because I missed every shot on this guy. But I did see him jump down, which was good. I was like, all right, sweet. He jumped down. Let me try and run around, get the drop on this guy, and you know, we'll be sort of on like even playing field. So I see him building. I'm like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Take out the shotty. Bam. 1 shot. Take out some of his shields. Another shot. His shields are gone. Should be low HP. He builds. I'm like, all right, whatever. Try and shoot his feet. I don't know if I actually got that hit or not. Now I'm sort of in a weird spot, but I build up, get out of that. And I'm trying to like figure out where he went. Bam. Hit him again. He drops a big pot and a launch pad, which comes in handy in just a minute here. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Build up real quick, protect myself a little bit. I'm going to use these 2 big pots. I didn't realize it was actually 2 of them until just now, but I'm like, yes, this gives me full freaking shield, dude. This is perfect. But, yeah, the storm's coming in now, so I'm like, oh, crap, I gotta go, man. There's only 2 other people left at this point. I know one of them is in this direction. I don't know where the other guy is, though, so a little worried about that, but, you know, whatever, not a big deal. I see some, like, buildings going up over here, so I'm like, sweet. This is where the other 2 guys have to be, and I noticed this guy, like, going into the top of his building over here, so I'm like, alright, time to build up. I'm just gonna drop down. I see that guy out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm gonna drop down here and, try and, like, loop this guy around, because, I figured he was going towards me. Turns out, wasn't exactly right. He killed the other guy first. Now this guy's up here, back to the storm. He has nowhere to go, so I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna fire like a madman with my shotty. Probably not the best idea, but if I can knock him down, get some extra damage, it'll work. So I think at this point his shields are completely gone. Hit him with the pump, and he's dead. I guess I didn't use the launch pad. As you can see, I freaked out a little bit because I finally got my first win. But I thought I did use the launch pad and launch over to him, but I guess that must have been a different game that I was thinking about. But there we go, guys. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more videos, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.